golfers, 3 common issues I see on a regular basis on the lesson tee when we're hitting iron shots. So we've got 7 iron. One of the biggest issues I see on a regular basis is people will place the golf ball too far forward as if they're hitting the drive almost in line with my left heel. We stand a little bit too wide, and what that does is the wider we stand at setup, as we've got the club to the top of the backswing, the more distance my weight is going to travel behind the golf ball because I've got a little bit wider stance. So if I stand wider, my weight goes too far behind the golf ball, then as I come back into impact, if you're somebody that struggles a little bit too much of a slide, that throws the upper body behind the golf ball. Then we've got to release all those angles early to create any space. Stand too wide where the ball gets too far forward, our upper body hangs too far behind the golf ball. We transfer our weight into our right side in the backswing, but we don't get it back to our left side in the downswing. We're going to experience thin shots, contact before the golf ball, and not a lot of control. A simple setup procedure that's going to help you evolve your technique and try and improve your efficiency of strike. A small step with your left foot, small step with your right foot. Try and get the ball just underneath your sternum, that's a good reference point. And feet should be in line with your hips and shoulders. Top of the backswing, feel like all your weight starts to move into your left side before you get to the top of the backswing. And all we're going to feel like at impact, we're going to try and get left hip, left knee to line up with the middle of my left foot at impact, so I should feel like my hands are slightly ahead there. I feel like I'm going to take a slight divot after the golf ball. Many people who struggle with iron play take the club to the top of the backswing. Their weight remains on the right foot, their right foot stays planted on the ground, and then we've got to straighten our right arm and release our wrist angles early to try and create space and make good contact. So all you're going to do from here, ball a little bit more in the middle of your stance, narrower stance, flare the feet out, that's going to allow the knees and hips to move a little bit more efficiently, and mobility in the hips. So flare the feet open, that's going to allow the knees, hips and the rib cage to start rotating into the backswing. We're going to get to the top of the backswing, then as we come back into impact, we're going to feel like the gap between both knees starts to close. So I'm going to feel as I get to the top, left knee moves away from right knee, but I'm going to feel like my right knee has to catch my left knee up. So right knee is getting a little bit closer to my left knee, and from there, as you can see, my weight stacked onto my left side at impact. My hands are inside my left leg, and it's almost the feeling of trying to get left hip, left knee to line up with the middle of your left foot. So that's going to allow you to move your low point in front of the golf ball, and it's going to allow you to transfer your weight into your front foot. So remember, when we're hitting an iron shot, it's important to set up precisely towards the intended target. Most people fail with this shot because they're not aiming at anything, they don't know their shot intention. Together, move your left foot, then your right foot. Just flare the feet open. That's going to enable the knees, hips to create a little bit more mobility, which is going to translate into a little bit more upper body rotation. Going to get the ball a little bit more, I guess you can see underneath your left eye is a good reference point. But as we get to the top of the backswing, you should automatically already feel like our pressure's moving towards our left side, so our front foot. Then as we come back down, so weight starts to move towards the left foot, and it's the feeling of trying to close the gap between both knees. Focus on right knee, right hip. I'm going to feel like right knee gets closer to left knee, and then right hip faces the target. That's a good feeling. So right knee, right hip are moving forward ahead of the golf ball. That's a good feeling to get your weight onto your left side. Get to the top of the backswing, come into impact, get right knee close to the left knee. As I come through, I'm going to feel left hip, left knee, a straight line through the middle of my left foot. That's a good feeling, and that's going to create a little bit more ball turf contact. To the top, right knee close to left knee, chest to the target. That's going to fixate my weight a little bit more onto my left side. So visualise the target in front of the golf ball. Before my left arm gets parallel to the top, my weight should already start to be shifting towards my left side. Then as I come down, I feel like my left hip's a little bit lower. Left hip starts to work towards the target, then it starts to rotate around my left side. That's going to create a little bit more freedom in my arms. Small step, small step. Ball's right in the middle of my stance. Flare the feet open, back. Feel like my sternum stays on the inside of my right leg. And as I come back down into impact, feeling like right knee gets close to the left knee, so there's not too much of a gap between my knees. My weight's going to transfer into my left side, and I almost feel like everything's faced forward. Chest matches on my belt buckle, all my weight should feel into my left heel. If you struggle with your iron play, try and hit little punch shots. That's going to develop sensation of creating ball, then turf contact. Today's 2 iron swing feelings are, as I come into impact, I'm going to try and get my weight a little bit more onto my left side. So the moment of impact, all my weight is into my left side. I'm going to feel like keep my right arm bent for a little bit longer. Ball, then turf contact.